Hey, because I'm filming this, sometimes I can't always do the speed that I want to go. Now I've put the silicone all the way up around here. If I wasn't filming this, I'd have these torqued down, I'd have the cams in, the caps in super fast, and I'd have this final cam cap here that seals up. But because I'm filming, I'm actually going a little bit slower. So I'm going to take this little bit of silicone off that I've put on, just so it doesn't go hard before I need to use it. So those people that are watching really closely, if you notice this silicone disappear and then reappear, you can see what I've done. Okay, now let's talk torque. So here is the tightening sequence, obviously 1 through 10. They've got an interesting tightening sequence. So we need to do 5 Newton meters, which is 4 foot-pounds. And we'll do that on all of them. Then we need to go 60 degrees. Then we need to loosen them all off. Then we need to go 39.2 Newton meters, which happens to be 29 foot-pounds. Then we need to do 75 degrees, then another 75 degrees. That's our sequence that we need to follow. So I'll sit my cheat sheet just in here. Sit in there like that. We can all still see it. Okay, so let's do this initial pass of 5. Which really is sort of nothing really. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. Okay, so let's cross that off. That's now done. Okay, so we've done the 5 Newton meters. We now need to add 60 degrees. So look, I'd suggest not trying to guess where the 60 is. If you've got a dial gauge or a protractor, that's perfect. If it's something like 45 degrees or something, usually that's pretty easy to do. But I'd suggest you use a dial gauge. So we'll sit it in there. We'll move that around till it hits something fairly secure. We'll wind this thing around to 0. Which is at the top. We'll come in here, check everything's right, just recenter it at 0 and bring that around to 30, 40, 50, 60. There we go, we've done 60 degrees. And the last one, number 10. Again, same deal. 60 is starting to get pretty repetitive. We've got to do it a few more times yet though. Zero. $60. Actually, there might have been about 62 on that one. Well, we'll live. Okay, so with that done, next step is we need to loosen them, which seems a bit counterintuitive, but hey, that's what they say to do. That's what we're going to do. So I've just loosened the tension off 10, 9, and obviously I'm going in the reverse order now. It's 9, 2, and 1. Okay, so they've now all been loosened off. Now, this is my understanding. Correct me if you know better. I think the reason that you torque them up and then loosen them back down is just so that the head fully settles. There's no binding of the head bolts. There's no issues like that. I think if there was some sort of a problem with the bolts or binding or something, you would know at this point. Also, it gives a chance for the head to fully seat and just begin to compress that gasket, make sure there's no issues there. So that's my understanding of why you do a tightening then a loosening. If someone else knows better, please tell me. Okay, next thing, we want to go 39.2 Newton meters. Let's torque these all up. 1, 2, 10. 3. Now I always like to do 2 passes at that torque just to make sure that we've got it all right, that I haven't missed one, there was no issues. Because once we start doing an angle past this, there's no going back. So let's just do a double check. And often you find with everything else torquing up around it, these first few just get a little bit more on them before they reach their torque. 3, 4. See, that's probably another 10 degrees that I just added onto that before it reached its torque. So that's why I definitely like doing the second pass. 6. Okay, I didn't mark that one off before. We've now done that one. So we've got 2 lots of 75 to go. Now at this point they might start to get quite tight, so I'm just going to move my camera a little bit so I've got better room, but you've got a pretty good idea of what I'm doing here. Okay, 75 on my gauge is not super easy to see, so we've got what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, there's 70 there, there's 75 there, so it's a little bit hard to sort of see, but it's just in there. That's where we're going to be aiming for. Now, all the years I've been doing this, plus or minus a few degrees isn't really going to wreck anything. Just zero that back out again. We'll go around to 75. And it is creaking and groaning, which is the reason why we put that little bit of oil down in under there as well. So there's number 1. Do number 2. Okay, and my last one, number 10. I said last time this was getting repetitive, even more so now. Draw that out again. 60, 75. So the next 75, it's exactly the same thing again. Just add 75 degrees to all of them. I'm going to do it off camera just because my camera's in the way and I can't get a nice swing on my breaker bar. So we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I've just finished now the last rotation of 75 degrees. Let's mark that off. Look, I'd strongly suggest you do some sort of a cheat sheet like this for yourself. Sometimes I see people, you know, they tick them off as they go just so they know where they're up to. Because when you're doing the angles, if you've missed one, you've got no knowledge of where you're at. So, little hint for you. Okay, so with that all bolted on, the next thing is let's get these cams in.